If I'm being brutally honest with you guys and with myself, I love food way too much to ever be able to maintain my weight loss. I got a comment recently from someone asking if I was going to eat in a calorie deficit for the rest of my life or if I would eventually switch to maintenance. And I get this question a lot, so I figured I would make this video and tell you guys the truth. Before I get into it, if you want to support the channel and you think you can handle more of me and Sassy, we have channel memberships, so if you want to click the join button, you can become a member of the Cute Heart Club and you can get some cool bonus videos plus some baller custom emojis. Also, I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me. This is just personally what I do and what works for me. So a lot of people think that after they lose weight, they need to switch into maintenance and eat only maintenance calories every day for the rest of their life. But I've lost 130 pounds and I've kept it off for 11 years, and I did not eat maintenance calories every day to do that because for me, that wouldn't be sustainable. So if I were to go to maintenance calories, that would be, I would say, about 2,000 calories a day for me, and I would have to do that for the rest of my life in order to maintain where I'm at right now. Why it wouldn't work for me is because sometimes I want to eat more than that. I love cookies and donuts and chips, and yes, I could build that into my 2,000 calorie maintenance if I switched to maintenance, but that would mean that I would eat maybe a serving of ice cream or a couple cookies. And I can do that, but that's not actually enjoyable for me. If I'm gonna eat cookies or ice cream, I wanna eat as much of it as I want until I'm satisfied. And that is always gonna be more than 2 cookies because that's the kind of person that I am. I love food and I wanna eat lots of it. So what I've had to do is build in a cheat day, because that allows me to have a day where I enjoy as much as I want until I'm satisfied, whatever I'm craving. And then because I know that I give myself that day, it allows me to eat in a calorie deficit the rest of the time. And what this has done is help me form a balance to where I still get to enjoy food in the quantities that I actually really enjoy, but I also get to keep my weight off, which is something else that I obviously want to do. And this has been working for me. And, through trial and error, I've found a strategy that really, really works for me right now. I realize for me, cheat days, I call them cheat days, but they are part of my lifestyle change. They are part of my life, part of my plan. They are something that I look forward to, and they are what drive me forward in what I do every single day. I'm 42 and I'm in the best shape of my life. I am holding the most muscle I've ever been able to hold, and I'm the leanest and most fit that I've ever been. And it's because I have worked to find that balance for myself that allows me to stay on track and be consistent with my calorie deficit most of the time. And what really is working for me right now is I'm eating in a calorie deficit of a little over 1,600 calories a day most of the time. And then every 2 weeks, I'm having a cheat day. What I've learned through that is I really thrive on short-term goals. So when I have a cheat day, I am fueled. I've had extra calories. I'm satisfied because I've gotten all my cravings out. And I know in 2 weeks, I'll be having another one. So it allows me to give it my all in those 2 weeks. I am ready to go and give it everything I got in my cardio, in my weight training. And because I love my regular diet, plus I know I'm going to get another cheat day, it makes it really easy for me to stay on track and in my calorie deficit. For cardio right now, I'm doing 50 minutes, 6 days a week. For weight training, I lift weights 3 times a week. For cardio though, I do that during the winter months. When it's really nice outside, Kyle and I will randomly throw in 1, 2, maybe even 3 days a week where we'll go for an hour and a half walk instead of the 50 minutes. And if I were maintaining my calories at 2,000, I wouldn't have enough fuel for that. I would actually end up getting over hungry and everything would probably fall apart. So for me to have that flexibility where I have a cheat day, it allows me the extra calories to fuel myself when I wanna give it more energy. Or sometimes, we were talking about this, there are days where we might not feel like doing cardio because we're not feeling great, or we just haven't ever taken a break off of weight training for months and months, and we decide, why don't we take a week off and just relax? That then allows us flexibility to, okay, maybe we'll eat a little bit less, or maybe we'll push our cheat day for 3 weeks instead, so that we have the extra time to burn off, any calories if we overate, or to make up for the cardio and the weight training that we didn't do. If we were constantly maintaining, we wouldn't have the flexibility like I was talking about before. Also, Kyle and I both learned that we really like the short-term goals, because if we have to go really long, like we've tried, sometimes we like to eat a little bit more and put on some muscle, and then eat a little bit less and lean out and show the muscle that we've built underneath. And so sometimes we eat a little more calories, sometimes a little less, and then sometimes we'll do the short-term goals, like we'll have a cheat day every 2 weeks and work really hard in between. When Kyle and I first lost the weight, we knew we wanted to build muscle because we had a lot of loose skin, and we knew that that would help fill out some of the loose skin. But we were kind of scared because we knew that you have to eat more in order to build muscle, and we had just lost all the weight, so we were kind of scared of putting it back on again. But that's also why we don't want to maintain, because if you're eating maintenance calories, there is no give there where you can put on muscle. You're basically stay where you're at. And we like testing ourselves out every year as we get older. We like to see, okay, how fit can we get? Okay, how fit can we get this year? How lean can we get? Can we put on more muscle at this age? And we like testing ourselves like that. And another thing I wanted to say is, one of the biggest reasons why I put off losing weight for so long is because I thought I would have to give up all of my favorite foods. And I also thought that once I lost the weight, I would never be able to eat any of my favorite foods again. Or if I did, that I would only be able to eat a little bit, like a couple slices of pizza or 1 serving of ice cream. And I already knew myself then, when I was overweight, that I have a big appetite. I love to eat, and I like to eat a lot, especially my favorite foods. So that was one thing that really scared me, and that's why I like doing my diet the way that I do it. That's why I like eating in a calorie deficit most of the time, so that when I want to, when I choose to, not when the food chooses me like it used to, but when I choose to have what I call a cheat day, I can, because I know that I am eating less calories most of the time, and that balances it out. Because I'm so consistent with my diet and my exercise pretty much most of the year, when I do have those cheat days, I know it's gonna come out in the wash. It's gonna balance out, and that flexibility allows me to enjoy the food in the quantities I want while keeping my weight off. And that's just what works for me, and it also works for Kyle. It might not work for everyone, and that's why you have to be really honest with yourself about who you are, how you like to operate, and how you like to eat. And then you have to figure it out. There's only one way to lose weight. You have to be in a calorie deficit, but then you need to figure it out from there. Are you someone who wants to just maintain? Or do you like food and you want to build that flexibility in? That's something that you're going to have to figure out through trial and error as you go along, like Kyle and I. If you're someone who likes to have a piece of chocolate every day, and you're okay with having 1 piece of chocolate a day, and that's totally fine, or you want to go out for dinner, have a couple slices of pizza, and you're totally fine with that, then that's great. You're somebody who might be a maintainer. That's not Kyle and I. If we build in treats into our regular diet, you guys see we put in a lot of cool low-calorie items all the time. But if we're gonna give ourselves regular versions of cookies and ice cream and pizza, we're all or nothing people. So if we open cookies, we're gonna split the bag. That's who we are. If we get a large pizza on cheat day, we're splitting that thing and we're eating the whole thing. If we get a bag of chips, we split it. Because yes, now I'm at the point where I can keep treats in the house. I can eat 1 or 2 cookies, but it's not fun for me. What's fun is I want half a bag of cookies and I want to enjoy it. And then I'm satisfied and then I can get right back on track the next day because I know I'm going to give myself a larger quantity again. So I won't feel deprived or restricted because I'm not stuck in the bubble of maintaining only 2,000 calories a day for the rest of my life. Since I'm on cheat days, what a typical cheat day looks like for us. We do have cheat days from years ago on our channel that you can watch, but they look very different now because we've learned since then where we used to eat donuts and cereal first thing in the morning for breakfast. And by the end of the day, because there was so much sugar and nothing to balance it out, we usually didn't feel great and we felt bloated and we ended up overeating because we didn't have any protein or anything to slow it down. So we've learned, and now what our cheat day looks like is every cheat day morning, we get up and we eat a more balanced breakfast. We love the Kodiak Cakes pancake mix and we make Belgian waffles out of it. And we obviously have as many as we like, but it's got protein and we add protein milk and eggs to add more protein to it. Then we'll add some peanut butter, which gives us some fat and more protein to slow, any sugar that we're going to be taking in later, slow it down a bit. And we'll have Greek yogurt on the side. And we call it fancy Greek yogurt because you guys know we tend to like the plain Greek yogurt that we flavor ourselves with protein powder or sugar-free flavoring through the week. And we stay away typically from the flavored kinds because it tends to be higher in calorie and lower in protein. We allow ourselves, or we like to enjoy that on cheat day with some fresh fruit alongside of our waffles. So that's what our breakfast looks like pretty much every cheat day. It's very tasty and we eat more of it than we would on a regular day, but it's also very balanced with protein and some fat from the peanut butter. And then after that, we will typically have we call it lupper. It's like a lunch and dinner kind of in the middle of the day because we'll often like a big meal. We typically will get pizza and we'll split a large pizza. And then our dessert will be, typically we either split a box of Pop-Tarts, like the whole box, and we split a tub of ice cream, or we'll split a bag of cookies in a tub of ice cream. And we might eat that throughout the night. Like it might take us the whole night to eat the ice cream and the cookies, but we do that, and then we'll have some chips. And then at night, we might have a bowl of cereal or some peanut butter and jam toast. But we don't just eat until it's gone. We eat until we're satisfied. Some weeks, we don't eat all the ice cream and the cookies.
I was just going to say, we have the ice cream from 2 weeks ago
we
still
do.
In the freezer.
Yes, we do.
So
we have.
It's not, people get the idea. It's like even though we said we are all or nothing, it's not exactly like that.
Yes, you're right.
We're also doing cardio that day. We don't skip our cardio that day.
You're right. I didn't say that.
It's basically a day to eat until satisfied.
Yes.
And typically more than we normally eat on our day-to-day.
Yes, and actually, speaking of that, we had chips the last cheat day, but we didn't end up eating them.
We were too full. So
we were too full.
Yeah.
Yes, and so that's what it does. Where before, when we felt too restricted, we needed to eat and eat and eat until everything was gone, and we would usually end up eating things that we didn't even want because we felt the restriction. Now, because we allow ourselves to eat as much as we want on the cheat days until we're satisfied, we don't feel the need to eat it all if we don't want it. Some weeks, yeah, we eat it all, and other weeks we might not. We have Heavenly Hash ice cream. We have about a quarter of the tub left because we didn't want all of it last time. So that is kind of what it looks like for us. If you want to know more of exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight and keep it off, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them separately and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off, or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price, and then you can use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. The link's down below if you want to check that out. And if you're looking for a really great protein powder, this is the one that we use because it is literally the best. It's HTLT Seps, casein, and whey protein powder. And this is the maple cookie. And this is the protein powder I was talking about that I like to flavor plain Greek yogurt with because it makes it taste baller. You won't even know it's plain Greek yogurt. That's how good it makes it taste. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below for that. So to go back to the original question, once I lose weight, do I have to eat the same calories for the rest of my life? For Kyle and I, we choose to do it the way that we said in the video. For you, do what works for you. If you're a maintainer, do that. If you have different goals, you want to build muscle, however you want your body to look, however something is going to work for you in order to sustain your weight loss, you have to be honest with yourself and make a plan that will work for you specifically and not worry about the judgment from other people.
Like the proof is in the pudding, right? Can you sustain what you're doing?
Yes.
Then that's the right diet for you.
And we have been able to do this for 11 years.
We know something about sustaining weight loss. It's been 11 years.
Yes. And so for us, that works. And if you're consistent most of the time and you want to have more food here or there, or you want to go celebrate your birthday, or you have a craving for something, chances are it will come out in the wash as long as you're consistent most of the time. And that's why it works for Kyle and I, because on our cheat days, we still do our cardio. We still have a balance of protein and good fats throughout the day. And the rest of the time, we are on it with our cardio, with our weight training, and we are eating in our calorie deficit consistently, pretty much like we always say, almost 365 days of the year, we're on track all the time. And that's why it works for us. So thanks for watching. Peace, cutie.
Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.